Welcome back. I'm back now with Senator Lindsey Graham. And Senator, North Korea now celebrating its 70th anniversary with a parade. I want to get your take on that, because what was noticeably different this time in terms of the celebrations going on in North Korea was no display of long-range missiles. Do you think they're trying to tell the world something in terms of their desires for denuclearization? What's the status?
Well, I hope they're trying to tell us something good. The fact that the missiles are not in the parade is a signal they don't want to be provocative, but they still have the missiles, so you can't forget the fact they still have them. Here's what I think has changed. I think we've got a chance here to end this in a peaceful way for the first time in 30 years because of President Trump. I think North Korea and China believe if he had to, President Trump would use military force to protect the American homeland from a missile with a nuclear weapon on top of it coming from North Korea, that he's going to end their nuclear program one way or the other, and he's offered a better way. It's sort of like condos in developed North Korea is one option, the other is death. So there's now a timeline. Everybody agrees it should be done in President Trump's first term. There's also a goal that everybody agrees on, that North Korea gives up their nuclear weapons program. In return, they get security, prosperity, and a peace treaty to end the Korean War. That's a darn good deal for Kim Jong-un. It's a good deal for the world. If I were North Korea and China, I would take this deal. I would not play President Trump. I am more excited and hopeful about North Korea than any time in the last 30 years, and the credit goes to President Trump for being strong, but also for being smart.
Wow, big statement there. And there is a letter that we know of from Kim Jong-un to President Trump about basically suggesting that he would like to see progress.
This is working. I think Kim Jong-un wants security above everything else. Unlike Iran, I don't think he would use a nuclear weapon for a religious purpose.
Right.
But he would sell it if he had it. He's got way too many, and if you don't do something, he'll have a lot more down the road.
Yeah.
So I think Trump has convinced Kim Jong-un and China that the best way for the North Korea to be safe and secure is to give up your nuclear weapons. You'll get security guarantees, and you'll get economic assistance you've never had before to create a better life for the regime and their people. It is all about Kim Jong-un, his inner circle, and survivability. I think Trump has convinced him that you're better off without nuclear weapons than you are with them, which would be one of the greatest foreign policy achievements since the end of World War II. We're not there yet, but we're getting closer.
You've made the point that North Korea is watching Syria closely and Trump's response to Syria. I'm going to get to that in a moment, but let me get your take real quick on something we talked about in the other block, the earlier block, and that is the border wall. Will we see the border wall funding before the September 30th for the budget funding?
The House has $5 billion. The Senate has $1.5 billion. We're 3.5 apart. We need 60 votes to get appropriations approved in the Senate, not 50. I don't think it'd be smart to shut the government down between now and the end of September. Under President Trump, we're going to fund about 70 to 80% of the government before September 30th, the first time we've done that in 30 years. We'll get wall money. We've got to do something with DACA. I think you marry those two up. But the worst thing we could do, in my view, is shut the government down and be blamed for it. The last time that happened under Schumer's watch, it didn't work out well for them. We'll get wall money. It'll most likely occur after September the 30th.
And you said the 9 bills that you're going to put on the president's desk before the end of September deal with other substance, but 90% of the federal budget will have to be approved. Do you think you'll get to the wall after the midterms? I mean, do conservatives want the funding for the wall,
Yes,
Senator?
I do. I do. I 100% want $25 billion, not $5 billion. But we got to deal with DACA. We will, because I think Trump's going to win in court. I think he can overturn President Obama's DACA decision. It was illegal, but we got to deal with the people who are affected by it. So when it comes to running the government, we're about to pass the defense bill and the labor HHS bill, which is about 70% of funding for the federal government. If we can pull that off the next couple of weeks, it'd be the first time we've done that in 30 years, and our military will get a pay raise and the equipment they need to keep us safe. That would be a huge accomplishment on President Trump's watch. We'll get wall money, but I don't think it's smart to shut the government down between now and September the 30th.
All right, we will leave it there. Senator, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks so much. We appreciate you joining us right now. We heard about the border funding from you.